35-year-old Imelda has been walking for 2 days. She traveled almost 20 kilometers from her home in Kodok with her son in one hand and her sleeping mat in the other. She came to this tiny village in Orini to look for food for her family and has been waiting for a week, relying on the generosity of the host community to feed herself.
I came here because of the hunger that happened there. Things have become expensive and there's no money. In Kodok, there are families that don't have anything. They eat leaves.
The local community has been helping her. But Imelda is not the only one who made the trek to get food to stay alive. Thousands of civilians, mostly women and children, walk for days to get food supplies. But upon arrival to distribution sites, most of them have no place to stay in and camp out in the open for days, awaiting food collection before making the journey back home. The conflict in South Sudan has forced people who were once farmers to rely on aid agencies like the World Food Programme for their meals. And the journey to reach distribution sites is not always easy.
Of course there is a risk, because sometimes there are snakes and scorpions in the grass. But because of circumstances, the people have patience so that they can get food, because that is what they came here for. We have registered more than 15,000 people here. That is almost 4,249 families.
And that figure is less than 1% of the people facing hunger in South Sudan, where roads are difficult to access and fighting, despite the signing of a peace agreement, poses a threat. Aid organizations have resorted to airdrops to be able to provide assistance to the civilians in need, yet many remain far from reach.
We have about 3.9 million people who were facing acute hunger in the country. And in certain parts of the country, particularly in Unity State, where the humanitarian community has had very little access due to constant conflict and also the difficulties in terms of movement in these places, there is a real concern about people being in situations which are near catastrophic.
Aid agencies here say the fighting must stop in order to help people like Imelda, who continue to risk their lives to get a meal. Hiba Morgan, Al Jazeera, from Orini County in Upper Nile State, South Sudan.